Okay, everyone, so we're going to be learning a piece of Shir HaShirim in our Shir HaShirim series in the Holy Alshech synagogue. And since it's the month of Elul, and we're learning a very special few psukim right now, which are connected to the month of Elul, where we see that the Jewish people are referred to as a rose, Shoshana. Anish chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat ha'amakim. And the pasuk says, "Keshoshana ben achochim, ken rayati ben abanot." So this is an interesting thing that the Shoshana is referred to as the Jewish people, but it's also referred to as the Jewish people when they receive the godliness that Hashem gives us. And there's a specific uniqueness of the Shoshana that the Zohar HaKadosh says that the Shoshana has 13 leaves. We spoke about it last week that it could be it's the rose or the lily. Either way, the Shoshana is a very beautiful flower that has multiple colors, or at least red and white, different types of colors, different types of roses. And the 13 leaves aspect is connected to the 13 attributes of Rachamim, as we know. And the 13 attributes of Rachamim is a very, very special energy that Hashem reveals to us in the month of Elul. And as we know, the pasuk says, "Ani ledodi, v'dodi li." I am to my beloved, and my beloved is to me. Haro'eh b'shoshanim. The pasuk finishes off, Haro'eh b'shoshanim, which means who sustains us with roses. And the rabbis explain, and the Baal Tanya, the famous piece from the Alter Rebbe of Chabad, that says the famous line, which is Hamelech Basadeh. Hamelech Basadeh, which means that there's a revelation of the 13 attributes of Rachamim. But it's in a way where it doesn't become a chag. Usually we say, and when is the 13 midat of Rachamim revealed? Mainly on Shabbat, by Mincha, or on Shavuot. And specifically, even if lower lights are revealed and lower energies are revealed, it still doesn't become, it already becomes a chag. And here we have an entire month where the 13 midot of Rachamim are revealed, but still it's not a chag, it's weekdays. So how does that make sense? So the Alter Rebbe famously says that the energy of the 13 midot of Rachamim in Elul are a preparation to be able to do teshuvah when Rosh Hashanah comes around. And specifically, it's in a way that it remains a weekday, because when the 13 midot of Rachamim come in a way that it becomes a chag, that we're not able to prepare ourselves in our weekday situation, then we're transported to a different realm. We're transported to a place that that isn't our natural place of existence. So the special mode of Elul is the fact that we can remain in a weekday setting, in our normal day-to-day level, but have the mercy of Elul, have the mercy of the 13 attributes. And this is a very powerful thing, because we know that Elul, on the one hand, is a time for teshuvah, of introspection, of being aware of where our shortcomings, and preparing ourselves to what we desire for the new year to bring. What we want, to build the vessels that the new year will fill. And those vessels are the desires that we have, that we focus on those things that we don't have, and we build the desire to connect to Hashem on those things that we don't have yet, and deepen our relationship. So that's why specifically, that's on the one hand a more you could say a harsh or demanding or intense, rigorous self-discipline or self-awareness course that is supposed to take 30/40 days. But at the same time, it's Yimei HaRachamim, Yimei HaRatzon. And we know, for example, the famous mashal of the 13 midat of Rachamim, we know, is called the 13 attributes of the white beard of a merciful grandfather. And we know what's the difference between a grandfather and a father. Both the grandfather and the father love the child. But the father has to deal with the child in a way of judgment. He has to act with the child in a way that he has to act angry if the child is misbehaving. If the child comes home from school with a D on their test, then we've got to have a talking to. If the child's if he's coming home late at night, the parents have got to discipline and do something about it. But the grandfather is always giving candy to the grandkids, because the grandfather is not his job to discipline. His job is only to show love, and which is why specifically a grandchild can also be more open with the grandfather. Specifically, if the grandfather is coming to the grandson to be with him in his place and shows a certain level of coming down to their level, then the grandson doesn't have to feel scared or embarrassed to open up, because they know that all there is unconditional love. So that's the real energy of Elul, that Anila Dodi V'Dodi Li, that we can open up to Hashem because Hashem has come down to our level, and he's revealing that level of mercy where he's a grandfather, where he has the 13 attributes in the white beard of the Arich Anpin, what's called in Kabbalah, which is the level of pure Rachamim, which is the state of revelation where Hashem reveals himself to us as an all non-judgmental, unconditional loving grandfather. And that actually enables us to be able to be more introspective, because when we reveal our shortcomings, it's not so painful and it's not so scary, because we know our existence is an existence of love. So when we stay in Selichot and we say Shlosh Esrei Midot Shel Rachamim again and again, it's in order to really tell us and to remind Hashem and to remind us that at the core of existence and at the core of our relationship with Hashem is endless love and endless forgiveness, and that creates the space that we can face our shortcomings with awareness, but without fear and without feeling inadequate and feeling a way of being stifled or kind of feeling belittled by our shortcomings, because we know that the context of our relationship, the context of our being is taken with love. So B'ezrat Hashem, we'll finish with this today, that the Shoshana of love from Hashem is our gift that we have in these special days, and we should be zocher to feel Hashem's immense mercy on us. B'ezrat Hashem.